Hey look, Randy Orton is doing a promo. Let's interrupt him, like a typical fan would. I mean, I've always wanted to see a backstage promo done live in person. I mean, that'd be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? So I try to interrupt Randy Orton, but all I can do is hear him talk. I mean, I'm even in front of the camera, but he doesn't seem to give a damn. So then he walks away and I can't follow him through a door. So I look around and who else do I see? I see The Miz. Yeah, The Miz. I don't like The Miz, but so let's see if I can do anything to him. What do you know? It turns out I have options with The Miz. I can either talk to him or push him. I wonder what I'm going to do. So I decide to push The Miz, which was actually kind of fun. So I pushed him again, and I pushed him again until finally I got into a fight with him. And so, yeah, which is fine by me. So I kicked his ass, and when I kicked his ass, I actually got 50 superstar points for it, which Vince McMahon, who gave me another text, because you have like a little iPhone in which you can do stuff with it, he says I can use them at the training center. I have to go there every time I want to use the superstar points to upgrade my superstar, which is what you can do, which was pretty cool. So then after that I actually made the mistake of talking to The Miz, which was kind of stupid, but hey, at least Chris Jericho actually pwns The Miz.
I think we might have to have a losing intervention for you.
Well, you'd be the one to lead it, Miz. You couldn't beat me on your best day. If you want to see me win a match so bad, why don't you take your untalented, unimposing, amateurish self and meet me in the ring?
So I head down some corridors to a room which is the training room, and I talk to a guy who actually helps you get your superstar points up. That's how you do it. It's pretty cool actually. And so you leave the training room, and then straight ahead from the training room is the GM office. And who is that general manager? Well, it's none other than Stephanie McMahon. She gives me a stipulation and sets a match up for me, which is okay. It's only now that I can actually go to this green exclamation mark, which leads me to the entrance ramp, which means I can finally have a match. So I beat Santino, and here we are a week later. Hey look, two divas are arguing. Let's go talk to them.
What happened last week, Beth? Losing to Kelly?
Very funny. We'll see how many jokes you make after I dump you on that little blonde head of yours tonight.
If the Glamazon wants to talk about things that are dumpy, let's talk about the Glamazon's butt.
Oh,
Just for that,
snap.
I'm gonna take my time and really punish you before I pin you.
You know what? Nothing really came of this confrontation, so let's talk to them.
Just go away. Get lost.
Jesus, I guess PMS happened simultaneously. Blech. So yes, the road to WrestleMania is pretty straightforward. The interactions are fine, and if you ever need to increase your superstar points, you go to the training room. Now if you ever need to actually increase superstar points, you don't have to have a match anymore. You can still get them through a match, but you can do other things now to get your superstar points as well, such as, just beating up random people backstage. That gets you 50 superstar points. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. Although sometimes the backstage interactions can be rather annoying. For instance, there was one scene with Hornswoggle and The Miz. Now, I don't care about The Miz, and I sure as hell don't care about Hornswoggle. And so I try running past them, right? But you know what? The game doesn't let me run past them. I'm stuck. It turns out I have to watch this animation, this scene, I have to wait for it, and I have to watch it unfold. Which is kind of pointless to me because I really don't give a damn about it. So once that's over, then I can finally carry on my way. I guess THQ were like, we put a lot of work into this animation, so you're gonna watch it. But it does have some pretty funny, albeit random interactions. Like once I was going into the training room to fill out my superstar points, and Santino and Maria, I think, was in there. And they started talking, and Santino just ended up in a match with Kane. I thought that was pretty random and funny, and Chris Jericho, my character, even involved himself in the conversation just randomly. Just kind of random interactions like that I found to be pretty awesome. Or maybe not awesome, but at least it was a fun little thing to watch anyway. There's really not much else to say about it. I mean, Basically the storyline is I'm trying to go after Triple H and get his championship belt, but Stephanie is actually making it pretty hard. I don't have any idea why she would do that. Like I said before, Road to WrestleMania is straightforward. Do I like it? Short answer is yes, I do like it. But it does have its flaws. I thought it was kind of funny yet convenient how if you don't want to play through the game to unlock everything, you can simply purchase everything online. There's about 60 things online to purchase, and from the PlayStation Store. And it's actually pretty cheap. $1.40 is really cheap. So I guess why would you want to play through the game if it's that cheap to unlock everything just by buying it? I mean, I guess if you want to stay true to it or whatever. Is the Creator Wrestler mode any different? Simply put, no. But then again, the Creator Wrestler mode is actually pretty good. I mean, THQ have mastered that. In fact, in my opinion, it's one of the best creative people options in pretty much any game. There's a new feature called the Match Creator, which is a nice feature to have. I mean, you can have some pretty awesome stipulations that have never happened before in the WWE if you want to do that. So I thought that was pretty cool too. There are a number of backstage areas to choose from, but you can only choose from them from the menu. And once you're in the game, you can't really go from one backstage area to another. You have to stay in that particular backstage area, which I thought was a little bit disappointing. I mean, unlike Here Comes the Pain, you could go from place to place from backstage area, which was great. I just wish THQ would do that with their games again. I mean, that would be awesome. Hopefully they can bring this kind of feature back in the latest SmackDown vs. Raw games, if they're going to make any. That is basically all I have to say about this game. Now, I know I didn't touch upon the WWE Universe, but apparently the WWE Universe mode has taken over the career mode, which was in previous games. And apparently the Universe mode actually has its own cutscenes, which is pretty cool, I guess. But I've got some messages from people saying that they have yet to see a cutscene in the WWE Universe mode. I guess all I can say to them is maybe you're doing it wrong. And yeah, I also heard that the story designer is much better this time. Apparently it's got brand new cutscenes, and you can use sound clips from the announcers and the entrance music, and you can have like 15 creator wrestlers into it. It has a lot more advanced story paths to choose from. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. And I also heard in the multiplayer mode is that you can actually have an online Royal Rumble, which I thought was pretty cool. But I've heard a lot of complaints about how the online lags, not just in the Royal Rumble, but how it lags in general, which is lame. So in conclusion, is this game actually worth being called a whole new SmackDown game, or is it just simply an update? Personally, I'd say yes and no. Although this game has some pretty cool new features that I never thought I'd actually see in a SmackDown game, at the same time, it kind of does feel like I'm still playing 2010. Keep in mind, I only had this game for about one day, and which is why I didn't exactly try every single little thing out. To be honest, after hiring out this game, I didn't exactly feel like rushing out and buying it, so I guess that in itself says a lot. Will I ever buy this game? Maybe one day. But you know what? Just like 2009, and just like 2010, 2011 will be, you know, just part of the collection. Personally, I think the SmackDown games have peaked, and I think they should be put to rest for now. At least when gaming technology has advanced. You know, not just to rush something out every single year. So yeah, that's pretty much been my review. Thanks for watching.